If you ever find yourself driving through Mansfield historic downtown, there's one place that seems frozen in time, a place where the air feels heavier the closer you get. Hidden along West Broad Street sits the Mann House Museum, the restored home of Mansfield founder Ralph Mann, a house that has stood since the 1800s and carries more than just history within its aging walls. During the day, it looks peaceful, historic, almost beautiful, but at night, the place feels completely different. The first thing you notice isn't the house itself, it's the long gravel driveway leading up to it. Every step across those loose rocks echoes into the silence around you. The sound crunches beneath your feet like bones snapping in the dark. And when the wind dies down completely, people say they've heard something else mixed in with the gravel. Footsteps, not theirs. Slow footsteps walking just behind them. By the time visitors turn around, nobody is there. The Mann house sits quietly at the end of the gravel path, surrounded by old trees that creak and sway even when there's barely any wind. In front of the home are carefully maintained flowers blooming beneath the windows. During the daytime, they add beauty to the property. Some visitors say the flowers move when there's no breeze. Others claim they've smelled roses suddenly appear in the air while standing near the porch, only for the scent to vanish seconds later. And then there are the carriages. One of the most unsettling sights on the property is the old horse carriage sitting near the front of the house. Its dark wooden wheels and faded frame look like something abandoned decades ago after carrying passengers through muddy Texas roads. At night, shadows fall across it in strange ways. Some people swear they've seen the carriage rocking slightly back and forth, even though nobody touched it. But the carriage in the back is worse. Behind the house, near the old wooden shack, sits another weathered carriage partially hidden from view. The shack beside it looks ready to collapse, with warped wood and dark openings where windows once were. The entire area feels colder than the rest of the property, almost avoided, almost forgotten. People who have explored behind the house say the silence back there feels unnatural. No insects, no birds, just stillness. Some claim they've heard chains rattling softly near the carriage. Others say they heard what sounded like horses moving in the darkness, snorting, stomping, pulling against leather straps that no longer exist. But when they shine a flashlight into the shadows, there's nothing there, only the carriage, waiting. The home itself dates back to the mid-1800s and belonged to Ralph Mann, one of Mansfield's founders. The city restored the home to reflect what life would have looked like during that time period. But according to local legends, history never really left this place. Many believe the spirits of Ralph Mann and members of his family still remain inside the home. One of the most famous stories happened when a grounds worker was tending to the flower beds outside the house. As he worked near the front garden, he happened to glance up toward one of the windows. Standing there was a woman in white, perfectly still, watching him. The worker reportedly fled the property and refused to return. And honestly, once you stand outside that house yourself, it's easy to understand why. The windows seem darker than they should be, even during daylight. Some visitors claim they've seen curtains shift upstairs when nobody was inside. Others say they captured strange figures in photographs standing near the porch or looking out from the second floor. Paranormal investigators have reportedly explored the property during late-night ghost hunts connected to Mansfield's haunted history tours. According to local stories, strange activity happens throughout the house. Cold spots appear without warning. Doors creak open slowly on their own. Soft whispers are heard in empty rooms. And some visitors have reported hearing the sound of distant horse hooves approaching the property late at night, only for the sounds to suddenly stop right outside the house. Imagine standing alone on that gravel driveway after sunset, the flowers barely moving in the darkness, the old carriage sitting silently near the porch, the wooden shack in the back disappearing into shadows, and somewhere inside the house, someone watching through the window. The unsettling part about the Mann House Museum isn't loud paranormal activity or terrifying screams. It's the feeling that the property remembers every person who ever walked across those grounds, every visitor, every resident, every death, and maybe some of them never truly left. Even people who don't believe in ghosts often admit the property feels strange after dark. The deeper into the night it gets, the more isolated the house feels from the rest of Mansfield, like stepping into another century where time stopped moving long ago. And maybe that's why the place continues to fascinate so many people, because the man house doesn't just feel historic, it feels haunted. The gravel still crunches beneath unseen footsteps. The flowers still bloom beneath silent windows. The old carriages still sit waiting in the darkness. And if the stories are true, the spirits of the past may still wander the property, searching endlessly through the shadows of the old house they once called home. If you like these kinds of videos, like, share, and follow Texas Shadows for more. Thanks for watching.